Hello there, you beautiful Rebel-Based Media podcaster. I'm here today with a very special announcement, a surprise product release that is going to blow the roof off some of the normal tropes that exist in one particular part of podcasting. This is something that we've been working hard on behind the scenes for a long while now, and it's something that we wanted to drop on you as a surprise to say thank you for your support and to close out the year strong. Now, whether you've been working with us for the last 6 or 7 years with podcast websites, the managed WordPress platform for podcasters, or whether you're a newer Rebel-Based Media podcaster, perhaps using Captivate, the world's only growth-oriented podcast host, you know that our goal is to make your life easier as a podcaster and to help you to grow your show. And that is why today we are bucking the trend in podcasting. It is why we are giving you something at a level that no one else gives you. It is why we are doing something that a lot of people would tell us was a little bit crazy. It is why today we are revealing that right now, available in your Captivate dashboard, you have the ability to create private podcasts. But that's not all. It's the level of private podcasting that we give you that will blow your socks off. And I'm going to tell you about that in just 1 second. But before I do that, what is a private podcast? Well, private podcast is a podcast that isn't submitted to Apple or Spotify or to Amazon or to any other place in particular. And in fact, it doesn't just have one RSS feed like a normal podcast. What it has is for every private subscriber, it generates an RSS feed just for them so that it can be secure, so that it can be unique, and so that you can see if you think someone's sharing that RSS feed, you can regenerate that RSS feed on a person-by-person basis. So if you have 10 private subscribers, each has their own private RSS feed. And the way that you use this is for paid subscribers behind a membership. It's for internal podcasting at a company. It is for secure podcasting, for meetings and briefings and people that you only want to allow to access that content. People can't guess the URL. People can't just bluff the URL. It's very specific, it's very secure, and it's private, okay? Now, this is version 1 of private podcasting as we know it. And I'm going to talk to you about what's included in just a second. But I want to whet your appetite a little bit for version 2 before I do that. In version 2, we fully anticipate supporting payments. So you can take payments and charge a little bit like Patreon for these private feeds. Okay, so right now in version 1, you can give people access. You can bulk upload email addresses and names and give them access to your private RSS feeds. You can manually add them. So it's great for independent podcasters wanting to engage with fans on bonus content, behind the scenes content, and it's also really useful for enterprise wanting to create internal podcasts. Okay, very private, very secure. But like I said, version 2, we anticipate doing a lot more with payments, allowing you to take payments and of course give people relevant access based on their payment tiers. That's for version 2 coming in 2021. So what do you get right now? And this is where it blows the socks off, frankly, anyone else in podcasting, all right? Most private podcasting comes at a cost, okay? You either pay extra for it from the get-go. Go and research other hosting companies. You will find that you pay for it from the get-go, or you get something included for free, but with really small limits. So you either pay extra for it, or you get something included for free, but with tiny limits. And usually what they do is they limit the amount of private subscribers that you can have. We didn't want to follow the same method. We wanted to give you more than you need so that every podcaster, including you, can benefit from private podcasting right now. So every single Captivate plan, whether you're paying the lowest tier or the highest tier, has access to scalable private podcasting right now inside their Captivate dashboard. On the lowest tier, which is of course the most common tier as people start podcasting and then scale up, on the lowest Captivate tier, you have one private podcast feed available to you right now. You can create one private podcast, but we don't just give you 10 private podcast subscribers. We don't just give you 20 private podcast subscribers. We don't even give you 50 private podcast subscribers. We let you have one private podcast and 150 private subscribers. Up to 150 private subscribers, all at no extra cost, available to you right now inside your Captivate dashboard. If you're on the middle tier of Captivate, you'll enjoy one private podcast feed available to you with 500 private subscribers. And if you are paying the highest tier of the individual podcaster plans, the personal podcaster plans, you will enjoy 3 private podcast feeds with up to 1,000 private subscribers. And everyone, like I said, can benefit from this. So today, everyone that hosts with Rebel Base Media, that uses Captivate for their podcast, can start private podcasting today. And it is only version 1. Remember, version 2 is coming next year. We don't limit you to 10 private subscribers or 20 or 50. We give you best in class, best in market, not to be found anywhere else on the planet, 150 private subscribers with your single private RSS feed. It's fantastic, and it means that you can scale and try private podcasting without paying your hosting company more for the privilege. So enjoy it. It works very similarly to normal podcasting. You'll be very familiar with it if you turn it on. If you set your show to private, I urge you, go and create a new show now. You'll be surprised. We've redone the create and import show process to accommodate some of this. It looks better, it works better. We've removed some steps out. You can mark shows as private, and of course, Captivate will teach you how to do that. But myself and the support team are on hand. We've got fantastic content available on the blog and our YouTube channel to help you with this. But please enjoy this best-in-class podcast market first private podcasting from Captivate. And thank you so very much for your support. And guess what? Happy Thanksgiving.